Today I will talk about skip links. Skip links such as this example here on the canada.ca website. A skip link means when you focus on a web page, such as you navigate it for the first time or you go to a page from a search result and the page is loaded. When you press the tab button and you have the page focused, the first thing that'll show up is a skip link up here. And these skip links are deliberately put there by a developer and or designer, content practitioner. So what I'm trying to demonstrate is the very first thing I can tab focus on is this appearing link. I'll zoom in a lot. There we go. It says skip to main content. When I press enter key, it jumps to the first focusable element. You can also use it to focus on the first main content. And I wouldn't be surprised if this main content happens to be the main element. And yes, it's within main, which is good enough. I'll make that a little larger. There we go. So this skip link. Come on, skip link. I think. There we go. Now if I zoom into DevTools, let's try that one more time. Okay, so the first skip link says skip to main content. And when I press enter, it focuses on this element. And this element is nested inside of main. And that does the job really well because when you're using a keyboard to navigate a website, such as with a screen reader or even without a screen reader, you'll do a lot of navigation to other pages. So for example, if I look at this web page, I navigate to the page loads, and I have to press tab to begin navigating. The skip link is handy because I can jump straight to the main content. I don't want to tab through these breadcrumb links. I don't want to tab through the navigation, the search. I don't want to tab through all of those things every time I navigate. So the skip link facilitates to making your browsing experience a little bit more efficient. And this website happens to have two skip links. So I'll show you both of them. The first one is skip to main content, which as you saw is the main content the user is most interested in. The second skip link is about government, which is the footer of the page. All you really need is a single skip link and that gets the job done. One skip link to the main content is adequate. If you have like 4 or 5 or 7 skip links, that almost feels like a navigation. You should not do that because skip links are meant to make your experience more efficient and not make a second navigation menu. The whole point of them is to skip navigation menus. So one will do the job. I have a demonstration of how I achieved a skip link in Svelte. So I have my Svelte lab demonstration here. And I'll open this in a new window to make it more like a real web page. And the first time I press tab on my keyboard, the skip link shows up where it says skip to main content. I press enter and it doesn't do anything. Nothing is immediately focused, but on the top you see the hash main in the address bar. So let's look at the source code on what I'm trying to achieve and how I did that using Svelte. So here's the skip link. It says at the top, we have an anchor link, which is the skip link. Then we have a header HTML section followed by a main. The main element has an ID of main. It's repetitive, but it gets the job done because the skip link way up here has a hyperref of hash main. So this hash link will skip to the main element. And it also says skip to main content. By default, it's invisible because skip links don't necessarily have to be always visible. They can only be visible on focus, and that's also good enough. So the CSS to achieve that is I made it absolute positioned. That way it's always visible no matter what the size of the display is, whether it's mobile or desktop. You can trust its responsiveness. And the top position is just above the top of the viewport. And the default transform, I use translate y -200%. It could be -1000%. That's okay. The whole point is that it's invisible by being off the viewport screen. And then the skip link focus CSS sets the translate y to 0%. That is why pressing tab makes it visible, because when it gets focused, even though it's way off screen, it appears on screen. So people with screen magnifiers or sighted users can see the skip link the moment it's visible, and that's very good. So that's skip